well, you can see sub tank, Kangertech, fantastic boxing. Let's go ahead and open her up. Great packaging. Get your booklet with your instructions in there. And there she is. Absolute beauty. And the first thing you'll notice is it's quite large. But with that said, with it on a device, it doesn't look bad at all. There it is. Made really well. I mean, you've got the red O-rings there, which really make it pop. Currently it's got the 0.5 ohm coil already in there. So she's pretty much ready to vape out the box. Cool feature is the sort of spring-loaded section there, so it'll sit flush with most of your mods. And this guy's pretty much made for either a box mod or a mechanical, because of the 0.5. One of the first of its kind. So we're quite excited about it here at Vaper Trails in Hitchin. Alright, let's get this guy apart and see what it's made of. Alright, so drip tip comes off. It's you can get any 510 sort of drip tip on there, pretty standard. But with that said, that's pretty cool. I like the machining of that. Looks nice. Alright, so the bottom unscrews. Buttery smooth on this. They've done a good job. You'll notice the quality build. So off she comes. You can see your 0.5 ohm coil there. You know, 15 to 30 watts I think is perfect on that. You've got your air holes there. Personally I like them all opened, but it depends on your vaping style. It does come with a 1.2 ohm coil as well, so with that you may want to close one or two of these holes here, but again it's preference. Again, the smoothness of this is fantastic, and testament to their build. So that's the bottom cap that comes off, and there's your 0.5 ohm coil. Now this isn't rebuildable. It does come with a rebuildable section, which we'll cover in a second. This is straight out the box, straight into the device. Just make sure you saturating the coil before you put it in, and off you go and vape. Okay, so we'll talk a bit about the airflow now. I've had a few tanks where they've tried and failed with the air. With clouds you need a lot of air coming through. Kangertech have nailed that. As you can see, when you turn it, it's stuck on a bearing and it clicks there. Now you've got one hole open. One hole possibly would do well with the 1.2 ohm coil that you get in the box. Move it along and it clicks into place again, and there you've got the two holes. It's not going to move around whilst in your pocket or with your vaping during the day. It sort of clicks in. I guess there's a ball bearing in there with a spring, which sort of holds it in place. Really nice. Turn it to again, and there you've got it's fully open. Like I said, the airflow from this is fantastic, and it does produce great vapor. Right, so the capacity of this tank in its current form is 6 mil, which you'll agree is massive. Other tanks on the market similar to this are running much lower capacities. With the rebuildable RBA mode, it's 4.2 mil, which again is fantastic. We'll talk about that in a minute. In the box here you'll find all of your spare parts for your rebuilding. So you get your screwdriver and coils, which are there, very nice. You actually get 4 sets, or 2 sets even, 4 coils included. You get your cotton wool there. You've got a base unit here. Now, because this is a 25mm diameter tank, it brings it down to 22mm, so it'll fit nice and flush with any 22mm mechanical mod. In my opinion, you don't need it, but it's there if you wish. Here we've got the replaceable top cap. If you're going to rebuild your device, the capacity of the tank goes down to 4.2, which in my opinion isn't a bad thing. You're still getting a massive amount of juice in there. So this bit here and the screws from the top, and this replaces it. The reason for the replacement, as you can see, is slightly shorter, and the reason for that is because your RBA housing is slightly longer, and that fits nice and snug just in there. We will go ahead and rebuild this soon for the review, but right now I'll just take this off. And Kangertech have very nicely built 2 coils for you, and I've built a few coils in my time, but that is pretty damn good. They have it at a dual coil setup at the moment. You can do a single coil if you wish, but yeah, you can see that that's really well made, really well machined. So we'll go ahead and test that in a second. So you can see in the box you get another coil. That is the 1.2. I would test both of them to see what you prefer. In my opinion, with the sub ohming, the 0.5 is perfect. The replacement heads are available at Vaper Trail's Hitchin to purchase. Right, so let's see how she performs. That's incredible. I mean, I'm currently running it on 33 watts on a Sigeli box mod. 33 watts, that's incredible. You're getting a wonderful warm vape. It's not too hot. It's just incredible, honestly. You have to try it to understand it. If you vape tanks in the past, this will blow your mind. I mean, we can go ahead and try it on a mechanical and see how that's. And again, you can see it just sits perfectly on there. Stunning. And it doesn't look bad on there. I'm very, very pleased with this device. This is something I'll be using a lot, especially whilst in my car. I find dripping atomizers are fantastic for when you're at home or sitting on the couch. But when you're driving, having to fill your bottle, I'm sure you'll know, or fill your tank even, it's near impossible. So this gives you a vape just as good, if not better, than a dripping atomizer in a tank. So head down to Vaper Trails in Hitchin and pick yourself up one. Thanks for watching.